oral sex.
You got a tongue ring? Right on.
And notice, you didn't take out the big stick either, did you?
No, I've had this in for.
I want it long.
Oh,
so
we were
that
talking about oral sex earlier. Like,
So you can do what?
can you describe what it's like to have a guy go down on you with a tongue ring? Is it electric? Is it magnifying? Is it like fucking being thrown into a hot pool with like a battery cable? You know?
Oh no.
Can you?
Oh no.
It's like melting.
I get that feeling like all the way down your body when.
Did you get the quiver shake? The little.
Yeah, when your legs are like.
Oh, that's Becky.
What? Your legs are like what? Out of control?
When
Out
they
of
clap
control?
your head with that quiver. No, that's so good.
Do you think? Look. When she was like wiggling her legs, right? The whole orgasm thing. Do you think is it the same for guys when they?
No.
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 No, guys are controlled, man.
No,
they got
no, they're not controlled. No, they're not controlled. But it's not the same quiver because a girl has a certain.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna ask them. What's the difference between a guy's orgasm and a girl's? Because like Eddie Murphy does this thing where he's like, yeah, little kids under 18, they're like this, you know, like shaking.
Oh, it's different between when you're 18 and when you're 100 like me. It's different.
Do you agree?
I'm not a guy. I don't have a penis.
Yeah, but like you've known guys, like is a guy's orgasm when a guy like shakes and rattles and rolls and fucking rolls over and his eyes go in the back of his head? Is it
guys
the
don't
same
do
as
that.
like? Is it the same as when you're just having the thrill of the moment?
I don't know. It depends. I mean, some people like pain, so it's different, you know.
Oh,
But you
shit,
ever
I'm out of my
seriously-
genre.
Have you ever
Okay, so
seriously had a guy roll over his back and go, oh, I'm
No,
done?
no.
No.
I heard a guy be like, "Oh yeah, oh baby, yeah, oh yeah, this is great."
But you know what? Pain during an orgasm is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because when I'm having sex and someone's pinching my nipples and biting them or whatever, it's all good. But if they come out on the floor right there and they, you know, 'cause it feels like you grab your nipples and shit, it's not the same as when you're
Let's see your
having
nipples
sex.
right now. I want to.
I got
Dude.
good nipples. I
You
got
have
good
them
nipples. Look at
pierced?
that. No, but they
Look at those
fucking stick
perky
out, man.
things. Those are
All
some
the time.
perky nipples.
dude, we had a manager, and he was telling us this crazy ass story about like I don't know about girls that had orgasms on stage dancing.
Yeah.
Or there was this one.
Fake one.
There was this
Well, they
crazy
fake them, but
one.
there's a difference between having one and faking one.
He told us
Yeah.
this story about a girl that was in the club, and this guy sounded like he fucked every single girl that he worked with at the
Or you
club.
like to say,
And
yeah.
he said that she could not have an orgasm unless she had a pillow over her face and she was being punched. And we're like, dude, that's too graphic.
God.
Like we can't hear that.
Because there's girls
And
that like to be
so,
suffocated.
well, then he
There's girls that
said,
like to be suffocated. Oh, dude, come on. And I'm not even talking about to the point where they pass out. I'm just talking about it's the thrill of like someone could really hurt me right now.
Yeah. I know someone specifically who likes to be suffocated, but I won't mention their name.
so oxygen
Doesn't work
asphyxiation, you
anymore.
mean the whole thing with like
Yeah.
the bag over the head and all that shit?
Is that the ass suffocation thing? Oh.
we got a guy named Matt in like south of San Francisco. Him and his girlfriend were fucking around with oxygen asphyxiation, and she
People die
died.
with that
And
shit.
he
Oh,
tripped.
yeah.
He tripped, and he went so crazy that he got naked on top of a train going from San Mateo to San Francisco and started running across it. And now
die
he's
from
in
that
part
shit
like
because
some
people don't
church
do it right.
therapy program.
Serious, people die from that shit all the time. I mean, people masturbate and do that and die.
But one thing I noticed is like when me and my husband are having sex is like he'll hold his breath and I'll be like, why are you holding your breath? And he'll be all like, and I'll be like, breathe, you're freaking me
Tell him to
out.
do this. Tell him to put his head off the bed so the blood is rushing to his head. I'm serious. You lay down off. You lay down off the bed, and you can lay the girl off the bed too. So her head, the blood is rushing to her head. Seriously, it's a.
Wait! You got to show us somewhere. Use it. Come on, show us.
How am I going to show you?
This is a bed. This is your bed, and like, okay, there's a chick, and
Your legs up the back.
I'm serious. You're on the bed, but my bed's way too high right now. You know, because your head's down here, the blood is rushing to your head, and you got.
holy shit! Are you playing the girl? Are you playing that was the girl?
No, the girl or the guy.
Oh, okay.
It's good for both, but it's easier when the girl is upside down because there's many more ways to get in there.
Should he be writing? You see, you got to write a book, man. Like, I guess you got to have a chapter on positions now.
No. But and ask him
What?
the hair pull thing when you're
I like my hair pulled.
I like
Hair pulled, nipples twisted when you're actually having sex.
Rhino, I'm tripping because like I've been interviewing her, and I just found out you're married. What's up with that? How does that work out? How does that work out? You're married, you're on stage.
I don't want to bring that into the interview though, because I work here and stuff. But it's fine. He's a school teacher. He's cool with it.
Right on.
Only thing he's not cool with is me liking chicks, which sucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that hard for you? You like chicks too, and that's hard.
I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body, but no, we had this conversation earlier about lesbians and straight and how they.
Dude, he's George Carlin, man.
Success. You should see me behind the bar when I actually have a captive audience. But how does your husband feel about the girl thing?
Well, I think it turns him on. Like we could be watching a porno and.
But how does he feel with you actually being a girl?
Oh, me being a girl?
Being with a girl.
With a girl? I think it turns him on.
I think he knows you're a girl.
No, well, I wasn't sure what he feels like it would ruin our relationship, so he's insecure. And I'm like, why? It's just gonna be a fun night,
No.
Who's better at kissing, a man or a woman?
A woman.
Really? Because they know what you like.
Oh, I was just
Who's better at going down on you, a man or a woman?
Oh no.
So a man, is it just like the thrill of penetration once in a while?
Girls
I love
like.
cock. I mean, come
Guys
on.
know guys like, but I don't really want to me.
Okay, but women are just like.
But I like. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Girls
Are
know
you
what girls
agreeing
like,
or
and
the-
boys know what boys like, but I'm not letting a guy blow me.
Okay, fine. But if you didn't know it was a guy.
Girls know how girls are.
You know what, though?
Because they are a girl.
Yeah.
Guys know how guys. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to teach a girl how to touch you.
Dude, I'm straight too, but I swear I've heard stories from gay men and I envy them. Like, I'm straight. I've never been with a man. I've only been with women, but I hear gay men tell me stories, like stories in San Francisco about hamsters, like that are declawed, and I'm like,
Not that story.
dude, I can't help it, but I can't help it be like, wow, that's a
My
trip,
cousin's
but
doctor.
that's.
He's done ER rotations. He tells me about guys coming in with shit stuck up their ass all the time. And they've got to pull it out because what happens is
Like what? Ping pong balls?
No,
What?
fluorescent light tubes like this. They get
Holy
They
shit!
get them out without breaking it, so they got to go to the ER and get it taken out.
Oh my gosh. See, now you put something new into my head. You're dangerous, man.
No, I'm not into that shit.
Be like, let me just squeeze this off.
Oh no. Okay, you interview her. I'm going to play pool. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
god, that's fucking.
Condoms. Do you use condoms?
No.
Not usually.
What?
Yeah, but I mean, you try to be in a monogamous.
But she's married.
Yeah. You got a steady thing right now?
Yeah, right now.
At the moment, no. I don't use condoms at the moment.
Yeah,
Do you use
exactly.
condoms?
No.
No? Do you use
But I
condoms?
don't.
If I'm not in a steady relationship, yes.
Do you use condoms?
If I'm not in a steady relationship, yes.
But I gotta say, when these steady relationships start, sometimes no. Come on, I mean, you never know.
Yeah, sometimes you have a dumb night.
Sometimes.
You know what's funny?
I made it to 35.
Check it out. It is a international debate. We could be in Moscow, Russia right now. We could be in Bangkok. We could be in Fort Worth, Texas, and people debate this question. People ask, do you use condoms? Do you use condoms? Do you use condoms? I mean, it's one thing to ask, like, what's it like to go down on somebody? It's one thing to ask, like, is it better to get eaten out when somebody has a piercing? It's easy to ask, like, what's, men or women? Who's a better, like, kisser, right? But, like, simple questions, man. Do you use condoms? Do you worry about STDs? Do you worry about sitting on the toilet without putting some paper down? I mean, these guys out here, they use the toilet, right? Some of them miss once in a while. And it's just like, is that cool? Or, for example, your shoes. You guys, you share poles. People wonder about that. I'll give you an example.
Absolutely.
There's a girl in San Diego. We were eating with her. There's a fucking hot club in San Diego. And
On the brass.
there's a hot club in San Diego. Next to the club is this restaurant. We're all eating in the restaurant. The girl fucking drops her fork, freaks out. She freaks out, so we fucking, okay, we'll get you a new fork. Somebody fucks around with her fork, and then they tell me later, they're like, oh yeah, so-and-so has like this issue about like forks and bacteria and all this shit, right? And then we're like, we see her 2 days later, we go to the club. You know what she's doing? Licking the pole. She's fucking doing her thing, and she's licking the fucking pole. And they're like, and I go, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, she has an issue with forks.
Oh God,
I wouldn't even pretend to like not even get close.
Okay, so we're talking about lick the pole, right?
Come back with
Now,
black hands from that pole.
now,
Yeah, dude, you get major brass ass rash.
like, I lost my virginity when I was 15, but I got blown by the girl 5 months before I lost my virginity. That was the first time somebody licked my pole. Now, I'm 39, and I've been with, you know, maybe, like, if I say I had 6 girls that licked my pole a year, between 15 and 39, and I had 6 girls, and I've been married, like, 4 years, okay?
So
now, and I decide not to wear a condom. And or I decide to
But
not...
you know you're safe at this point.
Huh?
You know you're safe at this point.
Dude, I know I'm safe because I've been tested 6 times.
Right, so-
Like, do you know before working in Europe? I don't know if you know. Do you know before working in Europe, you have to get a test for AIDS? Did you have to get tested before going overseas?
No, not as an exchange.
You should have a couple of 5 interview questions with her without us in here if you're going to do that because.